Let me ask you something straight away. If one simple habit you're already using could work twice as effectively with a small adjustment, wouldn't you want to know? Most men over 50 are doing the right things, but they're doing them in isolation. And that's exactly where progress slows down. Today, we're talking about why using baking soda alone is not the smart move, and how combining it with the right natural powder can support circulation, energy, and overall vitality in a much more noticeable way. Stay with me, because the timing and lifestyle context matter just as much as the mix itself. Now, as men cross 50, the body doesn't respond the way it used to. Blood flow becomes less efficient, recovery slows, and energy dips even when diet seems okay. Many men think this is just aging, but in reality, it's often a circulation and mineral balance issue. The body becomes more acidic under stress, poor sleep, processed food, and dehydration. Baking soda is commonly used because it helps neutralize excess acidity. That part is true. But here's what most people don't realize. On its own, baking soda is incomplete. It addresses balance, but it doesn't activate circulation or cellular performance. Think of it like opening a door but never walking through it. Baking soda creates an environment where the body can work better, but it needs a partner to actually stimulate blood flow and oxygen delivery. This is where the second powder comes in, a natural plant-based compound that supports vessel flexibility and nutrient transport. When these two are paired correctly, the body can respond more efficiently, especially in men who feel sluggish, tight, or easily fatigued. Another challenge after 50 is timing. Many men take things randomly, sometimes late at night, sometimes right after heavy meals, then wonder why nothing changes. The body has rhythms. Digestive strength, mineral absorption, and circulation all peak at certain times of day. If you ignore timing, even good habits underperform. Early morning or early evening, when the body isn't overloaded, is when these supportive combinations tend to work best. Not because they're magic, but because the body is actually ready to use them. Lifestyle plays an even bigger role than most supplements ever will. Sitting too long compresses blood vessels. Shallow breathing limits oxygen. Chronic stress tightens the nervous system. You can't out-supplement poor daily habits. Gentle movement, especially walking after meals, helps blood move naturally. Deep nasal breathing signals relaxation and improves circulation efficiency. Proper hydration allows minerals to travel where they're needed. Without these basics, even the best combinations fall flat. Here's something I want you to remember. Men who age well don't chase quick fixes. They build simple systems that support the body daily. Combining the right elements, using them at the right time, and removing daily obstacles is what creates noticeable change. This isn't about extremes. It's about working with your biology instead of fighting it. In the next part, I'll explain what the second powder actually does inside the body and why it pairs so well with baking soda for men over 50. You'll also learn why many men feel results faster than expected when they stop using ingredients alone and start thinking in combinations. Stay with me. Now let's talk about the second powder and why it changes everything when it's paired correctly. This is not about hyper trends. This is about how the body actually moves blood, oxygen, and nutrients as we age. After 50, blood vessels naturally lose some elasticity. They don't expand and relax as smoothly as they once did. This is one of the main reasons men feel colder hands and feet, slower recovery, and reduced endurance during simple daily tasks. It's not weakness, it's mechanics. The powder I'm referring to comes from natural plant sources and supports the body's ability to produce signaling molecules that help vessels relax and open more efficiently. On its own, it helps, but it struggles when the internal environment is too acidic or inflamed. That's where baking soda quietly does its job. By helping balance internal pH, it creates a calmer environment so this second powder can actually perform the role it's meant to play. Think of circulation like traffic on a highway. Baking soda clears the roadblocks caused by excess acidity. The second powder increases the number of lanes and improves traffic flow. When both are present, movement becomes smoother and more efficient. This is why men often report feeling warmer, lighter, and more energized when they stop using one ingredient in isolation. Another issue men face after 50 is nutrient delivery. You might be eating well, but if blood flow is limited, nutrients don't reach tissues efficiently. This leads to stiffness, fatigue, and that heavy feeling in the body. The combination we're discussing supports better transport, not by forcing the body, but by improving its natural signaling pathways. Timing still matters here. Using this combination when digestion is overwhelmed reduces its impact. Heavy meals divert blood to the gut, leaving less available for circulation elsewhere. That's why spacing this habit away from large meals allows the body to distribute resources more evenly. Many men notice better results when they use it earlier in the day with water, or later in the evening when the body is calmer and less inflamed. Let's also address expectations. This is not a stimulant. You won't feel jittery or artificially boosted. What most men describe as a subtle but steady improvement, easier movement, more consistent energy, better tolerance to daily stress. These changes may seem small at first, but over weeks, they compound. And that's where real progress lies. Lifestyle alignment is what locks these benefits in. Light resistance training helps vessels stay responsive. Stretching improves blood flow to tight areas. Sunlight supports natural rhythms that influence circulation and recovery. Sleep is critical. Poor sleep keeps the body in a tightened, defensive state, undoing many of the benefits of good habits. Hydration deserves special attention. Minerals move through water. Without enough fluid, circulation support falls apart. But overdoing plain water without minerals can dilute balance. This is why simple, consistent hydration paired with mineral-rich foods works better than extremes. One mistake I see often is men adding more and more products instead of fixing the foundation. More is not better. Better coordination is better. When you understand how elements support each other, you need less, not more. In the next part, I'll explain common mistakes men make with this combination, why some people feel nothing at all, and how small adjustments in daily routine can dramatically improve results without adding complexity. Let's address why some men try combinations like this and say, I felt nothing. In most cases, it's not because the approach doesn't work. It's because the body wasn't in a position to respond. After 50, the body becomes less forgiving. Timing errors, lifestyle friction, and inconsistent habits show up fast. What you could get away with at 30 simply doesn't slide anymore. One of the biggest mistakes is using baking soda too frequently or in excessive amounts. More does not mean better. When used carelessly, it can actually interfere with digestion and mineral absorption. The body needs balance, not dominance. Small, thoughtful amounts spaced properly allow the body to adjust without pushing back. The goal is support, not force. Another common error is ignoring breathing. Most men breathe shallowly, especially under stress. Shallow breathing limits oxygen delivery and keeps the nervous system in a tightened state. Even with perfect nutrition, restricted breathing slows circulation. Slow, nasal breathing throughout the day sends a powerful signal of safety to the body. This alone can improve blood flow efficiency more than many realize. Posture is another silent factor. Sitting with rounded shoulders compresses the chest and limits vascular flow. Over time, this reduces delivery to the upper body and creates stiffness. Simply standing tall, opening the chest, and taking a few deep breaths several times a day can restore natural movement patterns. These small corrections multiply the effects of supportive habits. Consistency is where most men stumble. Using a supportive mix once or twice and then forgetting it does nothing. The body adapts through repetition. Gentle, regular input teaches the system to respond more efficiently. This is why simple daily routines outperform aggressive, inconsistent efforts. Let's talk about stress. Chronic mental pressure keeps blood vessels in a constricted state. You can eat perfectly and still feel drained if the nervous system never relaxes. Short moments of stillness during the day matter. Even 2 minutes of calm breathing or quiet walking can reset tension. This allows circulation to normalize and tissues to receive what they need. Another overlooked factor is movement after meals. Blood naturally shifts toward digestion. Light walking helps distribute circulation more evenly and prevents that heavy, sluggish feeling many men experience. It's not about exercise intensity. It's about encouraging flow. Men often ask if they should feel something immediately. The honest answer is not always. Sometimes the first sign is simply fewer energy crashes or better tolerance to long days. These are signals the system is stabilizing. The body often fixes efficiency before it increases output. It's also important to respect the body's feedback. If something feels off, adjust timing or reduce frequency. The goal is harmony, not pushing through discomfort. Long-term improvement comes from listening, not overpowering. In the next part, I'll explain how daily habits either amplify or cancel out this combination and how small lifestyle upgrades can dramatically improve circulation, endurance, and overall vitality over time. Now let's talk about how daily habits quietly decide whether this combination actually helps you or does almost nothing. Most men focus only on what they add, but what you remove from your day is just as important. Long periods of inactivity are one of the biggest circulation killers after 50. When the body stays still too long, blood pools, vessels stiffen, and energy drops. Even the best natural support struggles in a stagnant system. Simple movement resets everything. Standing up every 30 to 45 minutes, rolling the shoulders, taking a short walk, or gently stretching the legs keeps blood moving the way it was designed to. This doesn't require a gym or special equipment. It requires awareness. Men who build movement into their day naturally feel better without realizing why. Another factor is sleep timing. Going to bed too late disrupts natural repair cycles. Circulation and vessel recovery happen most efficiently during deep sleep. When sleep is cut short or inconsistent, the body stays in a stress state the next day. No combination works well in a tired system. Keeping a regular sleep schedule often improves results more than adding anything new. Light exposure also matters. Morning sunlight helps regulate internal rhythms that control circulation and energy use. Even 10 minutes outside early in the day signals the body to function more efficiently. Artificial light late at night does the opposite. It confuses the system and keeps vessels slightly tense. Let's talk about food quality without getting extreme. Highly processed meals increase inflammation and acidity, which counteracts the very balance baking soda is meant to support. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Whole foods, simple ingredients, and proper chewing reduce digestive stress and free up circulation for the rest of the body. Salt balance is another overlooked piece. Many men either avoid salt completely or consume too much of the wrong kind. Natural mineral, rich salt in moderate amounts supports hydration and circulation. Without it, water doesn't enter cells efficiently. This makes any supportive habit less effective. Mental pace matters too. Rushing through the day keeps the body in a constant alert state. Slowing down even slightly changes breathing, heart rhythm, and vessel tone. This is why calm routines often outperform aggressive ones. The body responds best when it feels safe. What I see repeatedly is that men who benefit most are not doing anything dramatic. They're stacking small, intelligent habits. They wake up at similar times. They move regularly. They breathe deeper. They hydrate consistently. The combination we're discussing fits into a system like this, not a chaotic lifestyle. If you're doing everything right but still feel limited, patience is key. The body doesn't rebuild overnight. Vessels adapt slowly, especially after years of tension and inactivity. Progress often shows up as steadiness before it shows up as strength. In the final part, I'll bring everything together and explain how to use this approach long-term, safely and intelligently, so it supports your health without becoming another short-lived experiment. Let's bring everything together in a practical, grounded way. The real goal here is not a quick change. It's building a system your body can rely on as the years move forward. Men who maintain strength, circulation, and steady energy after 50 don't rely on one trick. They align habits so the body works with them, not against them. Using baking soda alongside the right natural powder works best when it's treated as support, not a solution by itself. Think of it as reinforcing the foundation of a house. If the structure is weak, nothing holds. But when breathing, movement, sleep, and hydration are in place, this combination helps the body do what it already knows how to do more efficiently. One of the smartest approaches is simplicity. Pick a consistent time of day when your body is calm and receptive. Keep the amount modest. Allow your system to adapt. When you stay patient, the body often responds with better stability, smoother movement, and more reliable energy throughout the day. It's also important to cycle habits. The body likes variation over time. Short breaks, occasional adjustments in timing, or reducing frequency helps prevent stagnation. This keeps your system responsive instead of dependent. Long-term health is about resilience, not reliance. Pay attention to feedback. If you feel lighter, warmer, or more balanced, you're moving in the right direction. If something feels off, step back and reassess. Health is not a competition, it's a conversation with your body. As men age, confidence often comes from knowing how to care for yourself intelligently. You don't need extremes, you need awareness. Small daily decisions compound quietly, and before you realize it, your body feels more capable again. If you found this helpful, remember that knowledge only works when it's applied. Start small, stay consistent. Respect your body's signals. And most importantly, understand that aging well is not about fighting time, but about adapting wisely. Stay steady, take care of your body, and I'll see you in the next conversation.